Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Peace and blessings, everyone. All right, you all. The moon is currently conjunct Pluto. So when the moon is conjunct Pluto, there's a lot of breaking down. The energy is so intense right now. Hello, how's everybody doing? How you guys doing? This energy before the full moon, the full moon comes in tomorrow. And how I am experiencing it is almost like our current reality is just dissolving. It's just melting away. It's just breaking down. And I'm experiencing that in my own consciousness and my own way of being. I'm experiencing not being able to hold on to old thoughts and practices and ways of being, like having to really get present. This is all that there is. Now is it. Now is it. And that is the work that I've been doing for myself. So today is a Mercury day. And Mercury is at the 10th degree of Virgo. So Mercury is home in Virgo. Mercury has a lot of power in Virgo. It's exalted in Virgo. And Mercury is our perception, our perceived reality. It's how we create the reality that we're in. You know, you guys, I love this stuff so much. But this is all a fucking hologram. That is just profound to me. That this is just, the earth realm is just a stage. It's all it is. And then what you believe and what you practice and your history and your karma becomes the hologram that is imposed upon the stage that is your life. That's how this works. And perception, Mercury is the planet that flies closest to the sun. So perception is king here. Perception and karma. Perception and karma. So in your perception, you are generating karma. Because if you perceive that, if whatever you perceive, if it is in alignment with who you are and your highest truth, then that creates positive karma. If you perceive from your shadow and you're not conscious of it, you're not aware of it, because the shadow is a part of this experience. We can't get away from it. We have to have it. The light casts a shadow. So when the light casts a shadow, if you're able to recognize your own behavior in the shadow and that you are the generator of the shadow, that it is the light that generates the shadow, then you still can create positive karma. But if you are asleep and unaware of how you are impacting reality and how you're creating things, then our narratives become more victimized. Like, why is this happen? And I can and I won't, all of that kind of stuff. If you feel stuck, those are karmic patterns that are holding you. We're stuck because you cannot get free until you're able to look at the details of what is actually keeping you stuck. And that is all perception. Mercury and our ability to perceive a reality. And the best thing we really want to do is to be in love with whatever we create. That's the easiest way to do it. So if you create something that is, like, I remember when the doctor said, your son is going to have Down syndrome. Oh, I thought that was the motherfucking end of the world. I was like, let me tell you, I have Mars and Leo, so I'm dramatic as fuck. I really am. And when my son's father used to call me dramatic, I was so offended by it because it was offensive. But it was true. I was dramatic. and I thought it was the end of the world. And I thought being divorced was going to be the end of the world. And I thought all of these things that I perceived as bad things, that when I was able to actually begin to look at them more closely and get clear about oh, you're the creator of this. Oh, I fucking created this. I fucking created a child who's gonna have a diagnosis. I created that. I created that. I created that. What the fuck does it mean I created that? What do you fucking mean I created that? So then I go into, well, look at how reality is created. You perceived it. And then I'm like, oh, yes. Because of the way reality works, yes, I created these things. I created having a child with special needs. Okay, well, why would I create that? Because it forces you out of your comfort zone. It forces you to grow and become more than you are. It forces you to look at the world through another lens and see what else is possible. It forces you to get off the path that's already made, that everyone else who doesn't have children with special needs, or that language is really irrelevant, but who don't have a child who has a different perspective. It forces you to get off of that path, because everybody in that path is trying to get their kids into the best school and trying to go to college and all that. It forces you into another way of living in this reality, so that you're going to open up an entirely different path that you didn't even know existed. When we can begin to accept how this reality works, how our relationship to Mercury and perception and the stories we tell ourselves are actually creating the hologram that is our life, out of our own consciousness, out of our own choices, out of our own belief systems, out of how we feel about ourselves, out of our ability to love ourselves or reject or neglect ourselves. We're creating our reality based on that. And when we understand that, then we can begin to course correct our behaviors, our thoughts, our ways of being, to align them with the highest frequencies of love. Now, the thing that's really significant about this time on the planet is that we are in the dark ages. We're coming out of the dark ages. We're on the upswing out of the dark ages. Right? So we're not at the depths of the dark ages. We're coming out of the dark ages. So because of that, it is important to really give ourselves grace. We have to give ourselves grace, because the dark ages means that we have not been able to see. We've been making choices as if we were blind, right? And I don't want to have that conflate into people who are blind, because people who are blind are really highly sensitive and can really fucking see, even though they can't see with their eyes. They have that third eye where they can see, but many of us have not had our third eye. So we've been making fucked up ass choices, doing fucked up ass shit. When I look in the world right now and I see what's going on, I'm like, first of all, I have so much compassion. Let me just say that I have so much compassion for all of us, because it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? So I have a ton of compassion. And in that, I am aware of the mischoice, the missteps, the misdirection, the broken thoughts. I'm aware of it all, because we have been in the dark ages. So I'm aware that I have perceived a reality that is out of alignment with light. I have perceived a reality based upon dark. And guess what? It served its purpose. It served its purpose, because now I know how to use the darkness. The light and the dark must coexist. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot have the external breath without the internal breath. You cannot have the yin without the yang. You cannot have the dark without the light. You cannot have the masculine without the feminine. You cannot have the up without the down. You cannot have the left without the right. They work together. All of these energies work together. So this is why it's important for us not to be at odds with our creations, even if they are things that we consider undesirable. They are serving a purpose. And even if that purpose is just to show you, oh, that's the wrong direction, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that purpose. I needed that. So Mercury is in Virgo. Virgo is about analyzing. It's about saying what stays and what goes. So what part of your perception, of your reality gets to stay and what part gets to go? So the part for me that's going is I'm absolutely releasing my dependence upon the external reality to decide if I'm safe, if I'm healthy, if I'm whole. I'm releasing my grip on the external reality that says if I'm enough, if I like the standards, right? Am I beautiful? Am I rich? Like, I'm letting go of the external standards that have been created through the system that was built in the Dark Ages, which is called white supremacy. And I'm beginning to release those standards so that I can come home into myself and become aligned to the light that is within me. So Mercury at the 10th degree is about reciprocity. And reciprocity is really easy. What you put out, you get back. That's it. So everything in your life right now is there because you put that out. Everything that you're having in your life, it is there because you have projected it. It is there because you said yes to it. You created it. Let me get some hearts on this part. Let me hear y'all say yes to this part. Because here's the thing. If you can accept this, if you can accept that whatever's going on in your life that you don't fucking like and you don't fucking want it and I don't like this, if you can accept that this is a creative universe and you are the generator of it, and even if you generated things that don't feel desirable, it's the Dark Ages. We're coming out of the Dark Ages. That energy is happening to support you in becoming more aligned to the light. They go hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. So the sooner you're able to stop resisting the things you have created that you think you don't like or that you think are not yours, or and I get it. Why would I create somebody that raped me? Why would I create somebody that cheated on me? Why would I create a disease? Why would I create? Because you have a lot of power and the universe is trying to get you to pay attention to your power. So it gives you things that are undesirable to get you to fucking pay attention, to get you to ask the deeper questions, to get you to become more curious, to get you to open up to another possibility, to get you to think and understand that there are ultimate, unlimited possibilities and anything can happen. But if you are too focused and resisting in the negative, if you're too focused on resisting the negative experience, then you cannot open up to the next possibility. It doesn't work. Because you are resisting, you're clutched, you're tensed. So you have to open yourself up. So the reciprocity. I'm the creator of every experience. That truth has freed me and absolved others of my power. That's right. That's right. You're the creator of it all. You're the creator of it all. And it's so, once you get it, it becomes so fun. It really becomes fun. Like, I'm in the process right now of really releasing some stuff, and it's challenging. Like, I'm aware that I'm doing something that I've never done before in this lifetime that I don't have memory of. I'm aware of it, right? I'm also sweating. I'm aware that I'm doing something that I've never done before. And with that, I am being graceful with myself. I'm being compassionate with myself. I'm being loving with myself. I'm asking for help. I'm calling upon my ancestors. Please, y'all, can y'all help me? I am not sure how to get from this one timeline to the next. Can you help me? Can you show me the path? Can you help me release the old ways of being? Can you help me trust that where I am is exactly where I need to be? Can you help me see things more clearly that I've not seen before? Ancestors, spirit guides, creepy crawlies, elements, the element of fire, water, air, earth, support me in building and constructing a new identity, a new reality. Help me see myself clearly. Help me see the world in a way. Help me. Help me. That's right. Show me the way. And I'm not in complaint about it. I'm not at odds with it. Don't be upset with the analytics. Utilizing it as that's right. Exactly. That is absolutely right. So, Mercury in Virgo is throwing away what doesn't work and finding what does work. The moon is in Capricorn, conjunct Pluto right now. we are dying to our old ways of being. The things that we have historically given authority to, the things that we have held above ourselves, the external reality that we have said, this is more powerful, I don't have dominion, I'm at the effect of this, I'm at the effect of this law, I'm at the effect of this system, I'm at the effect. That shit is crumbling. That shit is crumbling. And you get to find out where you are in it and what you get to be, and you get to ask for help. You get to ask for help for your friends and people who are in alignment with you, and you get to ask for help from the universe, because the universe is here to support you. This is the work that we're doing right now is universal work. The earth is actually in an evolutionary cycle right now. We're always in an evolutionary cycle, but we're in a real heavy evolutionary cycle. And so we are also in an evolutionary cycle. So it is important for us to allow the energy to evolve through us. The sun in Leo, first of all, this sun, let me tell y'all, this sun ain't no joke, right? Like this sun is so strong. The sun is getting brighter and brighter, y'all. What y'all doing about it? Because it's not playing. So the sun in Leo is about opening your heart and being a child, being the inner child, being playful, being free. And with this Pluto energy, it's not as easy to play, but it's like, give yourself permission to just be like, to just act as if, like, okay, what would it feel like if I was living my dreams? What would it feel like if I was being exactly who I'm meant to be right now? What would it feel like? Like, I literally am just giving myself permission to play into it, to use my imagination, to use my playfulness, to, be in the truth of my heart. All right, you all. The Jupiter class starts tomorrow. And the space is unlimited. If you're ready to work on your identity and actually claim who you are and do the rituals to become that most dominant force in your own reality, to have the courage to stand for who you really are, to not be looking at external things and a need to be liked and all that. If you are ready to do what you are here to do, to be who you feel like you're here to be. And I want to say the thing about that, like for me, a lot of this has been really crazy making, because as a child, I believed in magic and I wanted to do magic and I wanted to heal. I wanted to be like, when they said the stories about Jesus and he healed and he changed, I'm like, that's me. I'm here to change wine to water, change water to wine. I'm here to raise the dead. I'm here to walk on water. I'm here to do these things. I am here to do this. I am here. And so I always believed that as a child, and it never left me. But I didn't see anybody else fucking doing it. So I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not possible. But it is possible. It's totally possible. And it's only possible if I am willing to sacrifice the old way of being and live into the new way and trust that my commitment to it, the universe has to say yes. The universe cannot say no. The universe has to adhere to what I align myself to. And so this is what the Jupiter class is about. It's do you have the courage to really stand in your... And so we're going to do the rituals. We're going to do the practices. We're going to ask ourselves the deeper questions. I'm going to teach you how to use your sun, your rising, and your ascendant energy, and your sun, your moon, and your ascendant energy to claim your identity, to claim who you know yourself to be. And we're going to be working with this energy through Jupiter's entire retrograde. This retrograde only comes every 12 years. You will not get this chance again. You will not get it again until 12 years from now. 12 years ago, I was 41 years old, and I'm 53 now. And I was 41. I had a 3-year-old. No, I had a 2-year-old. I used to hold in my heart my vision. And now, 12 years later, I'm living it. It's here. And I have had to do the work to construct it. And I have had guidance from my ancestors, from the spirit world. I have had incredible support from the unseen forces to help me to do what I'm doing. Because that's what the energy does when you are in this awareness of who you are connected to the planetary energies. So tomorrow is the first day. For the first live class, you'll have until next Thursday to join. Next Thursday will be the last day to join, because I always close my classes off at a certain point. So next Thursday will be the last day that you can join the Jupiter retrograde class. But tomorrow is the first live class. Heavenly Father, Mother God, I just give thanks. I give thanks for the power that is activated within each and every one of us to live the life that we are born to live. I give thanks for the courage to step out of old ways of being and step into the unknown, trusting that we are safe and secure in everything that we do. I give thanks and know that all of our needs are met, that we live in the flow of abundance, that there is no stagnation, that we have all the money we need, we have all the resources we need, we have all the love we need, we have all the magic, we have all the power, we have all the connections, we have all the community, we have all the people, we have ourselves fully. I know that we have what we need right here, right now. And now is the time. Now is the time for us to say yes to the power and the divinity and the glory of the God-Goddess presence that is alive within us here now. Now is the time to say yes to the opening of the heart. Now is the time to say yes to the perception of a new reality. Now is the time to say yes to the feelings of abundance and love and truth and joy. Now is the time. And now, call your own name, Moon Mama, Monique. I am here as God. I presence myself in love and truth, and I allow all the words and the energy of sound that comes out of my mouth to come back to me completely fulfilled. I am anchored in the cycle of the universe that says yes to love and miracles and magic. For this and so much more, I give thanks, I let it be, and I say, and so it is. Ashe. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Have a really beautiful day. I love you. Bye-bye.